Standard form of large and small numbers. What is standard form? What does it mean to write number in a standard form? If that number is rewritten as p times 10 raised to the power of n, and p must be between 1 and 10, you can see 1 is inclusive. And again, if n is equals to a positive number, that number is a large number. And if s again is equals to a negative number, that number is a small number. Let's look at some examples. Example 1. Write these numbers in a standard form. 56800, that is A. B. 798.490, take note of the point. C. 0.00003452. D. 0.006712. Let's start with A. So for A, we have 56800 to be written in standard form will become 5.6800 times. How many times have we moved the point? Remember, the point is always here. You are moving it how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have moved the point 4 times. So we are going to have 4 zeros here. So if we continue, we now have 5.68. We have to write this one in 2 decimal places. That is approximation. Times 10 raised to the power of 4. 4 because we have 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore, 56800 will be equal to 5.68 times 10 raised to the power of 4. So we have succeeded in writing this number in a standard form. And because the power of 10 is a positive number, this number 56800 is a large number. So let's consider the B part of the number. So the B part, we have B, which is 798.490. Like I said before, take note of the point. So we are going to rewrite this number as 7.98490 times 100. How come we are having 100? Now, remember, the position of the point has changed. So we have moved the point from this location 1, 2 to this location. So we moved it 2 times. And because of that, we are going to have 2 zeros here. So if we continue, we are going to have a 7.98. So this part of the number will be approximated to 2 decimal places. So times 10 raised to the power of 2 this time because we have 2 zeros. Therefore, 794.90 will be equal to 7.98 times 10 raised to the power of 2. So this is the final answer to this one. The C part, we have 0.00003452. So to be written as 3.452 times 0.0. So how many zeros do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 zeros, or if you want to go the other way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have moved the point 5 times. So that's why we are having this 0, and is a sign that is a small number because you are having a leading 0 before the significant number. So this will now be equal to 3.452 times 10 raised to power of, this time around is going to be minus because the zeros are coming before a significant number of 1. So we have minus 5 as the power of 10. Therefore, our final answer to 0.00003452 will be equals to 3.452. No, we have to approximate this one to 2 decimal places. So let's remove this 2 times 10 raised to power of minus 5. So this is the final answer to this. Now let's move to the last part of this. So the D part will have 0.006712. So this will be equal to 6.712 times 0.001. So we have moved the point 3 times, 1, 2, 3, or we have 3 leading zeros here, so we must have the same 3 leading zeros here. So this will be equal to 6.712 times 10 raised to power of minus 3 this time because it's a small number. Therefore 0.00612 will be equal to 6.712 times 10 raised to power of minus 3. So this is our final answer here. Now let's consider example 2. Without the use of mathematical tables or calculator, evaluate square root of 1.44 times 10 raised to power 5 all over 8.1 times 10 raised to power of 2. Let's rewrite the number as 1.44 times 100,000 over 8.1 times 100. Remember, 10 raised to power 5 means 100,000. That is 5 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 5 here represent 5 zeros, and the 2 here represent 2 zeros. Then we take the square root of both the numerator and the denominators. So if we continue, this will be equal to 1.44 times, let's separate this 100,000 by 100 times 1,000. Why are we separating it? We need this 100 to multiply this 1.44 to become the whole number. So what can you multiply by 1.44 to become the whole number? That thing is 100. That's why we are bringing this 100 from 100,000. So we are going to do the same thing to the denominator. So we have 8.1 times, what can we multiply by 8.1 to become the whole number? That thing is 10. And if you remove 10 from this 100, it will be, what you have left with is 10 again, because 10 times 10 will give you 100. So we take the square root again. So if we continue with our calculation, we are going to have the square root of 144 times 1,000, because if this multiply this, it will become 144 all over. Then 10 times this one will give us 81 times 10 again. So this will be equal to 144, take the square root, 144 times 10 raised to the power of 3 this time, all over 81 times 10 raised to the power of 1 this time, because 10 is the same thing as 10 raised to the power 1. So this will be equal to, we are going to take the square root of 144 all over the square root of 81 times, we'll take the square root again, 10 raised to the power 3 all over 10 raised to the power 1. 10 raised to the power 3 and 10 raised to the power 1, they have similar base. So you apply the laws of indices, one of the laws of indices. So this will be equal to, if you find the square root of 144, it will give us 12. And the square root of 81, you know, is 9. Times, this time around, you have to apply one of the laws of indices here. So if you take the square root, we are going to have 10 raised to the power of 3 minus 1. That is division law of indices. So this will be equal to, we reduce this one to the lowest term, it will give us 4 over 3 times, this will now become the square root of 10 raised to the power of 2. So if we continue with our calculation, we are going to have 4 over 3 times 10 raised to the power of 2 times 1 over 2, because the square root sign has been converted to 1 over 2. So 4 over 3 now times 10 raised to the power of 1, because 2 times 1 over 2 will give us 1. So this will be equal to, so this will be equal to 4 divided by 3 will give us 1.3333, is a reoccurrent fraction, times 10 raised to the power of 1. So finally, like we always do, we must approximate this one to 2 decimal places. So finally, we now have 1.33 times 10 raised to the power of 1. So therefore, we have the square root of 1.44 times 10 raised to the power of 5 all over 8.1 times 10 raised to the power of 2 will be equals to 1.33 times 10 raised to the power of 1. So our final answer is also written in standard form. So if you don't want to write it in standard form, you can write it as, it can also be written as, because there is no specification that the answer must be written in standard form. So you can also write it as 13.33. So thank you and God bless you.